is guaranteed and it is backed by the IMF. So then the UK will say that what is, what is problem with the pound? You can deal with pound. Then Europe will come and he said, no, you should, what is the problem with the euro? Make a euro. And then Japanese will come and they said, we are the biggest, international market as well, deal with yen. So in order to tackle this kind of stuff, the IMF make a basket regarding international trade. Okay, 30% dollar, 20% yen, 30% euro, 20% or 30% whatever left is for pound. So it means one SDR is equal to different kind of boxes of currency, so that whenever they make payments, international market is not disturbed. For example, there is a if the US want to settle down the trade deficit with China, $400 billion. So if they just ask a loan for $4 billion from IMF and transfer to the Chinese IMF account, $4 billion is a huge money. And when they start purchasing the $4 billion, the demand rises and the dollars start increasing. So US will be hit by double direction. They are paying back their deficit, and due to the payment, the dollars start rising as well. It is very costly for IMF to purchase dollar as well because dollars start rising. So in that way, in order to control this kind of stuff, the IMF making a basket of all the currencies and just compiling up and saying that, okay, so that if somebody want to settle down the deficit and all the stuff, so that we don't pick one currency, you can buy from me my own currency, which is special drying rice or SDR. The next one is World Bank, which is also called the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, which basically provides you loan for your long-term economic growth, right? So funds are distributed in co-financing agreements. It's not like that you want to build a bridge, you want to build a dam, you want to invest in energy sector. It's not like we solely guaranteed all the payments. It means you need to fund yourself. For example, 10% funds are coming from the home country, and then 80% we will give you, right? So the structural loan, the structural adjustment of loans are that SALs are intended to enhance countries' long-term economic growth. So they are giving you the loans for long-term, like 10 years, 30 years, 15 years, right? So that the countries can develop and be in a developed country stage rather in underdeveloped or developing stage. The third one is IDA, which is International Development Association, which provide loans at lowest interest rate to poor nations who cannot qualify loans from World Bank. Like even if a country cannot pay from his own pocket something, if a country needs dam, and dam is for $100 billion, and the World Bank said at least you need to put 20%, $20 billion, and they don't have that $20 billion. So they are not eligible to ask a loan or ask financing from World Bank. So they go to IDAs, right? So just to understand the name of the organization, and that's it, how they are going back. You don't need to understand or memorize by heart all their objectives and all those stuff. Just go through session, that's it. World Trade Organizations, they provide multilateral trade negotiation, settling the dispute regarding general tariff of trade and tariff, general agreement on trade and tariff accord, which is if some countries already signed the WTO, and they, for example, like US and China trade war, they have already started signed on the WTO. Now legally the US cannot increase tariff on Chinese products. If he do that, then there is international dispute. They go to WTO and they can file a suit against US, and right now they have done that, so they are settling the dispute over there. Member countries are having a voting rights to use to make judgments and to solve the trade dispute. So it's like that. It's a court, you can say that, who facilitate the flow of funds. in the terms of trade. And then we have Bank of International Settlements, BIS, which facilitate cooperation among countries with regards to international transactions, only international transactions. So they provide assistance to countries which is having a financial crisis, like Greece, like, you know, Cyprus. So it's like that. Sometimes it is also called central banks, lender of last resort. Basically, if nobody is giving you money, you are so broke, then these banks come into and, you know, try to rescue your position. And then OECD, which is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So those who are a member countries, so like they have 30 member countries, so they can, you know, help each other maintaining the trade policies, economic crisis, and all the stuff. And there are some regional development agencies, for example, Inter-American Development Banks, only focusing on Latin America, Asian Development Bank, only, you know, for Asian countries, African Development Bank, only for African countries, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, only helping the, you know, the European countries that want to move from communist system to capitalist system. So they help them to, you know, give them loans at rebated or give them instructions how to do that. So the summary is what we have learned. It's already here. You can just read by yourself. It's pretty much the same that we have discussed. Okay, current account, and then outsources, international trade, and international flow of funds, and then agencies. It's just a summary of what we have done. So you can just read the summary by yourself. I will be uploading this PDF to the group. Just you can read these 2 slides. So here we comes. We just completed our chapter 2. So we have assignment 1. So remember, I would be uploading this assignment on our both platform, Blackboard and WeChat group. And the next the date is next week, before the class, not the during or after the class. Remember that one. So in previous semester, I even allowed my students to submit during the class or after the class till the 12 midnight. But this time, no. Remember that one, we need to follow some policies and we need to make some standard policies, and this time a little bit more strict here. We are also going for international accreditation for TSA, so we need to standardize all the stuff. So remember that one. You need to send your assignment before the class. Next week is your deadline. And remember, you do it by your hands, not computer edition version, or if you have an ePen, you can use the ePen as well, right? I'm gonna allow you for ePen as well. But remember, you must submit your assignment in Word document. Why? Because I have this pen and it works really well on Word document, and it's easy for me to check and give you timely response. So I would be uploading its answer, before we are going to start the class. I would be uploading the answer so that you could compare. If somehow I delayed the response, giving you the response, so you still have the comparison. Okay, I have written this, and this is a solution, so you can just compare your solution. You basically clarify your confusion regarding the assignment. And regarding the name of the assignment, how you rename the file, you take the pictures, paste into a Word file, and rename accordingly. Your name, and then your student ID, your subject. Here it's going to be International Finance, and then assignment 1. Okay, why I'm doing this? Because it will be easy for me to give your, if you have some kind of doubt, okay, you are not marked, accordingly, you want to check your assignment, so you can just drop me a message. Okay, sir, I want to check my assignment 1. It's going to be very easy for me to go to your account and check. Okay, or after this, final, I submit all the data to the head office in China. And if you want to check your paper or your assignment number 1, okay, sir told me that I got 20 marks, and here in my assignment, my result, it is only 15 marks. So I want to see that assignment, whether sir gave me 15 marks or 20 marks. So you can go to the office, and office, it's very easy for office to find, okay, where is assignment 1? Okay, this person, okay, they can just click it and find out. So this is for your own benefit, okay, and also so that I may not lose your, result data as well. So please make it standardized. So are we clear on these rules of assignments? before the class and after the class or during the class, or I won't be accepting any assignment one. Rule number one. Number two, you need to submit on a handwritten basis, or I can allow you for e-pen. Third, you need to have a Word file named accordingly. Understand? Everyone, let me.
Yes.
Yes.
Peng Peng, good. Haley, Kathleen, Crystal, Fabian, Florian,
Understand?
Yes.
good. Marilyn, Nimesh, not.
Sir.
Yes.
Good, good, good. If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, class is over.
One last question, then I'll let you go. It's just
Sure.
for the last slide, you show us all of the different corporation or entity or regional or international bank who can do this. Can a business can loan money to the country?
Business can loan, no, I think, because country needs huge loans, $10 billion, $1 billion. So I think so no business is that much big who can risk giving loan to the government and to the other government as well. So it's very risky because governments needs in billions of dollars, $20 billion, $10 billion, $3 billion. It's going to be very hard for a one business to give loan because of the amount. Technically they can, but it's not
I
practical.
was thinking this because of the access of the money, and some multinational have a lot of money, but for example, a multinational will not lend money to United States, but maybe a small country, maybe.
Because the company structure is that company belongs to shareholder. If company want to give loan to the government, then they need approval from the shareholder. And do you think that shareholder going to give approval to that one? Give our money to the government. Government is already, is a big mafia who is getting your 45% of the profit in terms of taxes, right? So you are also giving taxes plus the loan to the government. Why? You need to expand the business and give us more profit. That is why you are the manager. Otherwise, we are going to change the management through annual general meeting, right? So companies are owned by shareholders. If it's a government company, then the government company can give loan to the government. For example, if the government owns the electricity company or nuclear company, they make a profit, they can give loan to the government. No problem with that. But if it's a commercial business or MNCs, they cannot. Why? Because it's logical, because companies are run by stockholders, and stockholder won't allow you, because if you give loan to the government, I don't know whether they will pay you in 10 years or 20 years or when they will give you, because they have a sovereign guarantee. But if you want to expand the business, you cannot recover the loan at once from the foreign government. It's not like that you can retrieve all the money in 1 day, 2 days. Takes maybe 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. So if we need to expand our business, so where you can get the money? If you get the money from the banks, then you have to pay interest. Why? We are getting into this kind of stuff. We are businessmen. We want to earn money. You are here to make good decisions and give us more return. Understand that, Florian?
Understand.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, guys. See you next week. Until then, stay safe. Take very good care of yourself. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you.